Hello, beautiful people. How are you guys? I miss you. I know it's very random going live right now. I know I promised I would have done a live surrounding the full moon, but I myself was going through a massive internal and external, I guess you could say, transformation. Either way, feeling a lot more, hey guys, feeling a lot more grounded to come live and interact with you guys. I'll be honest, I'm drained, okay? I haven't even started the monthlies. Family, what's going on, guys? How are you? I haven't even started the monthly readings yet. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm actually coming live because I know just interacting with you guys will inspire me to do it. I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable in a sense, and it's just because this past week, transitioning from this Libra energy into the Scorpio energy for me personally has been very impactful. It's been a massive shift, and it was a very painful shift. I had to shed certain parts of the way I felt because of the programming, and in turn, it then pushed me into a new paradigm, or it's pushing me into a new paradigm. So I was getting all like insecure, and I didn't know how, like, I just don't know how it will come across. Either way, I do have downloads for you guys, but I do have some updates. I do want to shout out a couple of sistrins that sent me some goodies, their products, other, entrepreneurial young Black women who are out here doing the damn thing, even during a pandemic. So I want to shout them out, and because I actually love the products myself personally. And then we're going to do the downloads, and we're going to do the spread, okay? I'm going to say hi to some of you guys. Hello, hello. Yes, I'm a Cancer. Aries, Moon, Virgo, rising. Yes, yes, yes. And then I hit the full moon. Yeah, that full moon was intense. The winds have been really heavy, too, in the city. Enough Cancerians in the building. D Fish, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it. Okay, so first I'm going to start off talking about the frankincense. Okay, so there's a lot happening in the background with regards to the frankincense. As you guys can see on the website, I haven't restocked it. Those that are on the Patreon, they already know the deal. I had made a decision after doing some research after the fact. Like when I did that frankincense video, I didn't really offer you guys much information other than what my thoughts were about it. I didn't really offer you any tangible information about the source. And then we talk about consumer consciousness and all this kind of stuff. And due to my own karmic transformation occurring, it was like, are you really going to start a store and have no idea where this product is sourced from, how it impacts these people? You're going to do it ignorantly. Like, this is what you're down to do. This is what the divine was hitting me with, right? And then after I did that first wave and it sold out, that's when I got hit with the research. And I did some research, and I watched some documentaries, and I reached out to some people, and I actually connected with a woman who is one of the leading scientists in essential oils, particularly frankincense. It was totally divinely guided, us connecting. She is definitely, and it's funny, I was telling you guys about how like the Sisters of Isis and the agriculture and all this kind of stuff. And I'm going to introduce you guys to her. Like, she's totally willing to do an interview, but I got a lot more aware about the reality of starting a frankincense business. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate, oh, wow, all the people donating. I appreciate you guys, okay? So I pretty much decided that so I went on the hunt for a sustainable source. And this woman connected me with a really dope researcher turned supply chain, whatever. He will also introduce himself to you guys because he's just, these people are true lovers of trees and the people and the villagers. They're true freedom fighters. They really care about sustainability. They really care about the future development in a positive way, the ascension of mankind, right? But they're totally turning me out into a tree hugger. I'm burning oud, which is a whole other thing. I've been burning oud and frankincense together. A lot of you guys, Middle Eastern, African, Indian people already know about oud. It's the wood. Anyways, I've been burning it with the frankincense. It's amazing. But the suppliers that I got, yes, the quality was good, but they couldn't answer any questions, man, about where it comes from, how these people live, what the harvesting looks like. They couldn't even come with any kind of like scientific breakdowns of the boswellic acid to nothing. So I couldn't even guarantee to you guys that I was selling you a frankincense you could eat. Or now, okay, drum roll, 333 on the clock. Jeez. Okay, I am waiting on a very large load, or just a lot larger than what I've had for you guys, of multiple species from sustainable sources, because it's fair trade or no trade. And this is what this whole frankincense thing is bringing me onto. It's not, the mission isn't about the frankincense. It's about the fair trade and the no trade, and putting a lot of heat on that and a lot of pressure on being able to prove that you are sustainable, being able to prove source, that these people aren't living like slaves. Not only that, I'm telling you, and when I say these people, I mean the harvesters. It was very disturbing, the research. Like, a part of me wanted to drop the whole thing. And I'm like, and speaking to the scientist, I don't want to say her name yet. I want her to introduce herself to you guys, and talk about her mission and her everything. She's very passionate about frankincense and what she does, But people like her kind of was like, listen, you got to find a middle ground, right? There's people who don't give a shit and will buy it, and like people who don't care at all, and then people who will care so much that they won't touch frankincense and use it at all, right? And then you have people who are gluttonous and don't give a shit. It's finding that middle ground. So that's where sustainability, fair trade, and properly, ethically sourcing our products, right? So I'm going to be able to prove to you on the product pages, not just prove, show you guys and enlighten to you guys where they come from, pictures, background. And not only that, they have offered me the transparency to actually go to these villages. That's the kind of business relationship that I'm fixing to make with these people. And they're totally down. They're like, we need more people like you who care. Why? So another thing as well, I've shut this down because when it reopens, it's going to be a different thing. There's also going to be profit sharing, meaning every bottle that you guys buy, a certain amount of money is going to go directly to the source. And I've really struggled with philanthropy because of the lack of transparency. I need the transparency to feel like what I'm giving to is actually right. And I can offer that. So there's a whole journey, okay? But I had to shut down the frankincense, long and short, until this gets done right. God bless my mother, okay? She is very business savvy, and she's going to ensure that this is built this way. And me, I am empathic. I am me, okay? And I'm going to ensure that we get there, and I can bring you guys there, and you can see the culture, the frankincense culture, how these people live, what their working conditions look like, the trees itself, what the harvesting process looks like. I had no clue of none of this. And then I educated myself and I came to care. But and I know you guys care. I know you guys care about that shit. I know you guys are going to be like, what the fuck? Like, we don't want to be part of the problem. We're out here talking like we're real woke. So we've got to, like I said, that high priestess energy, everything, your morals and values, everything you say you're about, bringing it down into the 3D and actually proving it. And that's what I'm doing with the frankincense. So be patient with me. Hashtag fair trade or no trade. That's going to be very serious going forward, a very serious personal mission to me. And I will create an extension where the people who are very interested in that can follow that journey, right? Where we'll have interviews. Not only that, these people are very versed in a lot of the materials that are used in the smudging community, Santo Palo, sage. There are groups of people in the Amazon right now trying to save Santo Palo trees because of the exploitation or however Santo. I'm not very versed in it. But when I brought it up to this woman, she's like, there's already a team out there in the Amazon. Like there are already people, #Angel Gang Gang, that are out here caring, fighting a very serious battle. Okay. And it's very serious because there's very serious demons that have financial interests. Okay. That don't like people who create awareness and make people like you care. Okay, so this is where this is going. I'm giving you the transparency because I've been on a journey with a lot of you guys for like 2+ years. So I felt like, why hesitate to share it with them? You know what I mean? Like, you know, so that's it. That's with the frankincense. So just be patient with me. I was really rushing to get it by Christmas. Because I know everybody likes it in the Christmas season, but I don't give a fuck about that. I care about it being sustainable. Okay. I care about structuring the pricing properly so that this business grows, but also is positively impacting the villages that we are profiting and enjoying all this beautiful frankincense from, right? Not being ignorant, true consumer consciousness. And I'm not going to get all spicy. I don't have the energy. I'm quite exhausted and I'm okay. Yes, and a couple of shout outs. Hello, everybody. Missing the first job and everything. I was very reason. Bingo, Natasha's. Everything happens for a reason, right? Trust and believe me. If you missed it, it's okay. Those that got it, cherish that. You know, it's not sustainable. I can't prove it, but at the same time, it's special because it started this whole journey where those bottles. But now we're getting serious, and now we're getting conscious, and now we're becoming aware. So yeah, I appreciate you guys, those that follow me on that journey. I look forward to bringing you content, interviews, all kinds of things to bring a lot of awareness to the smudging community so that us people in the spiritual community who claim that we're woke, we're not part of a bigger global ecological problem. Yeah. It was almost like an oxymoron. All these woke people using all these smudging tools, but us not having any awareness about where it comes from, and then people suffering and living poorly on account of it. It's not fair. And then I'll be honest, I was rocked so badly by karma that in this past month, that I questioned if I was even woke. That's why I'm all like tender right now and feeling vulnerable, because the divine will do that. But I willed it. Like I was struggling, I was hitting certain milestones and my ego was ruining it for me. So I'm going through this whole metamorphosis, and trust me, we have downloads. I have downloads for you guys because there's some of you guys that are struggling right now in particular areas surrounding success. Okay. And I want to touch on those. Okay. But anyways, firstly, so I want to shout out my sister out in the UK. I believe her Instagram is D Mandessa. Okay. But she is a very powerful high priestess. She has, she's on Instagram. She does readings. She does like lives on Instagram and stuff. I don't know if she has a YouTube. She might, but check her out on Instagram. Okay, DEE.Mandessa. I'm pretty sure something will come up. How many D Mandessas are there? She has this beautiful line of these organic. She makes these. These are not just white sage. They're smudging sticks that she's created and designed and hand woven of very fresh, I almost burnt my whole jacket, very fresh white sage, basil, lavender. She put a bunch of stuff in it, and it just smells absolutely amazing. Because white sage can just be kind of strong on its own. This has a really beautiful aroma. So I like these smudging sticks. She gave me like a goddess bath. I don't know if she's watching. For everybody donating, I appreciate you guys. D, I don't know if you're watching. It's going to be so disgusting. But anyways, I did the bath. So I was like, my period was coming, and I was going through this. Like, I did this probably maybe about 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago. And so I haven't run a bath, like soaked myself in a while. And so I get the whole thing ready. I really do it up. And I do this bath, and she gives it like a whole sack, right? Of like these beautiful salts. I saw like rose petal. It smelled amazing, right? And I did the bath, and I fucking promise you, a layer of dead skin. It was so disgusting. but that's what it's supposed to do, right? Like it's supposed to, my skin's fantastic. I'm like, geez, right? I feel like a quarter pound lighter, but I'm like, oh, this works. This is why it's the goddess bath. It's going to strip everything that isn't godly on you off of your skin. Like, and that's exactly what happened. Like, it was really gross. So I like that. I will use that again. It was like a natural exfoliant. I just sat soaked and I put, of course, some of my frankincense and myrrh oil in there. I had to just, but she had a little oil in there too. She sent me it's like a beautiful whole box. Okay. So yeah, Dee Mendesa, shout out to her. And then, and this is the yoni steam. I'm going to use this to steam my crotch. So she said, I use half, this is like a two, you just steam it. You put hot water and you just sit on top and let it just go up into your privy things. Anyway, now shout out to the sistrins over at, I showed you the boxes if it's like labeled. The sistrins over at Good Moms, Bad Choices. Okay, so they sent me this it's called the Beauty Blender, but it's not makeup. Like it's like exfoliant. It's like I'm sure you can use these for makeup and stuff, but it has like a beautiful cream, a serum. Yeah, the Redo. I love the smell of this stuff. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I haven't used this yet. I have to put it on my arm and let it for a couple hours. Anyways, this is absolutely gorgeous. So I just wanted to thank, they've got their own businesses. We out here hustling and, I really appreciate the support I get for other small business owners, that are out here hustling and doing the damn thing. And I think what you guys are doing is amazing. Like I have to genuinely like the product, which I do. I keep I almost lit this on fire too. All right. So there's, that was from Good Moms, Bad Choices on Instagram. Okay. So yeah, we're going to get grounded and get into these downloads into prayer and get into the spread. All right. Yeah. I don't know if I want to use this deck. I feel like we might be here a little because I bought a whole bunch of new decks for the monthlies, just trying to get inspired to do them. It didn't really work since I haven't even started. I think I did one and it was just, I was not, energy-wise, I wasn't there. Oh, wow. Maybe we will use this one. Okay. But yeah, before we get into prayer with regards to downloads, I was tapping into some of you guys were struggling with success. Some of you guys were going to be triggered surrounding your ideas of it, but more so why you want to be successful, why it's important. And there's a lot of people in the collective that weren't seeking success for themselves. They were seeking success to try to prove something to the people who doubted them, or trying to gain success to be something that was worth loving, worth respect. There was an illusion energy. So there's going to be these wave of people that achieve these successes and it doesn't feel good. Or it feels lackluster. And what's taking off, what's making it cloudy is the ego. And the ego is rooted and is convinced it's there to protect certain wounds and their surrounding self-worth. I feel like people's self-worth is being triggered surrounding achievements that they're trying or are going after and achieving. And it's almost like for some of you, the wind is being taken out of your sails because of this realization that what it is you're trying to get, you don't really want. Where for others of you, it's not that you don't want it. Again, it's this why. So it's like you achieving something and then looking at somebody and expecting a response and not getting it. And then that achievement doesn't feel good. Or the achievement was really meant to validate something, that you were worth something, but what you're achieving, could be a job or something like that, isn't what defines worth. It's from within. There is going to be this need to like go within. It's like you lose steam because you realize you're doing something for an external expectation or external group of people, or some wanting to prove people wrong or something, or wanting to prove people right or whatever. And then the steam gets pulled because of that realization or that lack of validation, where you do it for these reasons and it doesn't work. Either way, you gain back your momentum and steam again when you start aligning yourself for what you want. So what's going to be an accomplishment to you? What's your idea of success? What it looks like to you? Do you know how many people are depressed because they work like slaves only to get money to live out a lifestyle that leaves them broke? This is why people get angry and have all this money, because the lifestyle doesn't even allow them to use that money for whatever it is that they want. It's to live out right? So this is what I'm saying. It's like really aligning to what it is that you want. For some of you, you have an outward influence trying to manipulate you. They're trying to curve you. So they see you're in alignment to receive some kind of money, accolade, something. And they are trying to swerve your alignment so that when you receive it, it funnels to benefit them somehow. If this is making any sense. This is like, I'm tapping in, there's some kind of manipulative energy that is impacting some of you. And again, the only reason why this person could do it is because there is this, this is your outward need to be validated or co-signed, or I don't know, it's kind of, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be this energy surrounding success and greatness and achievements. A lot of you guys have made so many accomplishments, but why it doesn't translate into confidence is because it wasn't what you needed to do and achieve in order to feel good about yourself. They were achievements that were going to make you fit in and be better accepted and not rejected by other people that now through your ascension journey, you don't give a shit about, right? So now there's this need to have to look in and say, okay, well, what do I give a shit about? What is success for me? What am I going to put my blood, sweat, and tears to achieve, right? So there's this recalibration and shift that's occurring, and it's painful because all the people are going to realize like that, because the root cause of doing that is lack of self-worth. All the things you do when you don't think you're good enough, but you want to prove that you are to other people. And you can't resent the other people, man. It's not their fault. Pain and suffering are never in vain. Pain and suffering is part of your spiritual royalty. It's how you earned what you earned spiritually. It's through the suffering that you bared through, no different than Big Bro. In the name of Jesus Christ. Really think about what you want to do. It might change. Like, that's a hard pill to swallow. There's people who've been doing what other people have been living out a version of success they didn't resonate with for 25, 30 years. That's like, you want to talk about a wake-up call? Like, that's like a what the fuck? Do you know what you have to go through spiritually to come to from that? To end up in your authentic place to reset? It's intense, right? So people are at different severity levels of this, but that was intense. I was also tapping in, just shifting the energy. I was tapping into a group of feminines, divine feminines, that were tucking their tail and returning back to the divine masculine after putting the divine masculine on ice in order to explore another connection. So this was divine feminine saying that I don't think you're a viable connection. Thank you, Lorna, as always. I don't think you're a viable connection, or I think this person is a better connection for me. So it's not no third party bullshit. It's the new timeline. And the feminines realizing that they were, because it was coming in on the Patreon, it was, what was that? Can you keep a secret? Keep a secret. Can you keep it? It was funny. It was really funny. And I'm in love with another guy, and it breaks my baby's heart. Yeah. So that's coming through right now. Yeah. So I do feel, and it's beautiful because it's union energy. because I don't feel like it took the feminine a long time. I think it's just shedding a part of the feminine's ego that feels she needs to have control and doesn't want to have her heart broken. So I feel like there were a group of feminines that actually left a masculine they wanted to go into union with, were really considering, but fears were stopping them from going into union, only to explore another connection. And then realize that that wasn't where they wanted to be. They were in love with somebody else. My mom was a teen mom. My mom would jam to these songs, okay, back in the day. I love you guys. Hello, Victoria, Altheria, Aya, Crystal, Jasmine, First Eye Visions. Greetings to all. Yes, greetings to all. Because fuck, letting the ego run the show. Ego loves chaos. You know that's right. Ego loves desolation. Ego loves pity. Ego loves gluttony. Ego loves, and when we talk about the ego, we talk about it the way we do because it's not healthy and our society doesn't promote it in a healthy way. So through the evolution of us, ego will not have such a negative stigma. Even things like narcissists. In the next 10, 15 years, we will not speak about narcissistic people in the very aloof, uneducated, ignorant tone that we do. Narcissistic tone that we do. Why? Because we will understand that one, a good half of the population suffers on the planet suffers from narcissistic traits. Why? Because half of the population has been beaten down and is living with very severe insecurities about who they are. And that's what the narcissist is. Somebody who hates themselves enough that they don't believe they can be who they are, so they have to be something else. They have to control, they have to lie, and they have to manipulate, because God forbid they ever be able to have anything just being themselves. I saw somebody say, like the video. Thank you. I used to take it so, I was such a cancer about it. I used to take it so personally. So you guys aren't going to like the video. I'm here pouring my soul out. You got, and then I get mad. See. Many superstitions, a lot of things changing. Anyways, let's get into prayer, put a bit of frankincense on the burn and get into this. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective, all the messages that are in our greatest good, surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. A lot of you guys are stepping into mission in some really serious ways. I see you guys leaving your jobs, leaving your homes, packing bags, making moves, throwing up businesses, putting places that you've researched. A lot of you guys did research. It's that migration energy I was talking about that I was feeling for months. People getting more conscious. Sorry, I got distracted. I saw synchronicity and it gave me my own personal message. And I was like, whoa. Part of me feels a little bit like I've been reborn. Shout out to all you guys. Your last day at work is Friday. Congratulations. All right. It's not actually your last day at work. It's your last day at that job. You're going to be working. Oh, you're going to be working. Shout out to Knowing American. I can't see the rest of you. Left my job, left my man. LOL. November 30th, last day at my job. Congratulations, Jessica. Where's your pup? How is she? She's taking a nap. She's also going through her Scorpio transformation. Anyways, shout out to Thora. She'll come make an appearance before we wrap here. Anyways, we're going to use the Law of Attraction deck first. Let's use as many of them as possible until I get tired of reading. Yeah, we're half an hour in already, but we did a bunch of whatever. Yeah, this is the deck I'm using first. The first cards that came out is the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. There's the Knight of Pentacles. Looks like somebody's working on something. They're studying, they're researching, they're making plans, logistics, arrangements. They're very excited about their ability to now do something. They're excited about their efforts. Somebody worked all night and now they're excited because it's the morning. They can finally do something, or they finally heard back from somebody. They got some kind of result. There's excitement surrounding these efforts. It's the Knight of Pentacles. These are seeds planted, right? The Knight of Pentacles is actually a really tough energy when it speaks to self. You're really going through a very tough learning period. You know, you have to humble yourself. Time is not I don't know. It feels like a tough energy to be in, because then we success to the king, right? So this is somebody who's really, this basically from a money perspective could be getting good news. You're a knight one day from a certain money perspective, how much resources you have, and you get great news in the next day, and boom, you're now envisioning yourself as the King of Pentacles because of this good news or this opportunity or this promotion. It's like you get news that you're going to get a salary bump, and now you're feeling like the King of Pentacles, and you're now thinking of all the things you can do to increase your quality of life, or to execute certain plans, or to get certain things done. For many of you, this was the energy I was feeling. Somebody might know that this Ace of Wands is coming towards you. Like, who's to say somebody isn't over somebody's shoulder? I feel like they're trying to plant themselves here so that when this comes in, when this person starts thinking, they're thinking about, yeah, somebody's trying to manipulate somebody that they know is getting money or gaining success. This could be somebody who's gaining celebrity, and they've got somebody who is manipulating because they see somebody's increase in success and wants to either be a part of it, I'm not getting the energy of try to destroy. It's more just so like, I feel a little bit of jealousy energy. There's two kings here, the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Or this could be the same person and somebody's intuition. Yeah, somebody's intuition. Do you see what I mean? Is going to catch somebody. Some of you guys might have questioned the integrity of one of your friends or somebody close to you, and certain developments and things are coming into your life. Some of you might have tested somebody by saying something and seeing if they would keep it a secret or what they would do, and they failed the test. And now essentially you're saying there's three kings here. You're saying, I've made a decision to get you the fuck out of here. Somebody doesn't like somebody's intentions or how they're moving as they're going up the ranks. It's like, if you're acting like this now and I'm the Knight of Pentacles, what are you going to do when I become the King of Pentacles? You're either going to get more greedy, more ruthless, more selfish, and you should go from now. Somebody is kicking somebody out of their life or energetic space or business before it succeeds to the next level. Because I feel like this person's going to get caught with this. Whoa, we have four kings. We've got the King of Swords, we've got the King of Pentacles, and we've got the King of Wands and the King of Cups. That's four kings. That's only happened a couple of times in a reading. Doesn't happen very often where all four suits come out at once. And in this deck, like, it's a brand new deck, but I've shuffled it quite a bit, but it goes through all the suits. So for all four to come out like that is very, anyways, the King of Cups. Somebody might be trying to keep a baby a secret, but somebody is studying their partner, and somebody is questioning the paternity of their child. There's a masculine that is questioning the paternity of his child, but he is going to take action to remove the the person that he feels is, he's addressing. This is somebody that doesn't think for sure that the kid could be theirs, because they suspected their partner was fucking around. I'm getting it, a wife or a husband. Like somebody was fucking around. Their wife was fucking around, and now the wife pops up pregnant, and it's like this masculine right away doesn't feel good about it. Right away, he wants to go and attack this masculine. I think it's because he sat, thought, and did some research and found out that his partner there's a chance that this child isn't his because of what he found out about these interludes, these rendezvous, whatever you want to call them, these passionate, now I'm feeling passionate desire. Okay, it was good, but it caused a lot of drama. Somebody's sexual passion got them in a situation that they're now trying to flee. Like, it got somebody in trouble. Somebody gets caught. This could have been like siblings, or like a brother slept with his brother's wife, or a father slept with his son's wife. Like, I look down at entanglement. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, it seems more ancestral to me. But anyway, let's see if we can. That was a message from that deck. Let's see if we can get another message from another deck. Let's use the hush. Thank you for Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels. You guys saying, oh, wow, this is a lot. LOL, sending love to whoever in the situation. Entanglement turned into, keeps coming up. I was getting some messy energy surrounding like couples involving other people, because people are becoming more authentic, the truth of the situation. So you have to understand, right? People are getting rocked with all this karma about who they truly are and are stepping into their power. And then they're in these relationships and they're like, I don't even like you. We don't even have anything in common. I've actually been in love with this person for this whole time, or I'm actually curious to explore this connection now when I've never even seeked outside of this connection. There's a lot happening in couples that are not in alignment now. The couples that are compatible and are in alignment are building. So they were working through all of this karma, and now there's this sense of, I heard all eyes on them. It's only because they have gotten their shit together enough to actually build their vision. That's not a reflection of their parents or their social groups or anything. So those couples that are compatible, it's building time. Oh, it's fucking building time. So that whole idea of don't mix business and personal is just going to become null and void, because really the only people who can't mix business and personal are people who don't work on the personal side of relationships. They don't have the interpersonal emotional intelligence, right? Or the respect or the honesty or the transparency, right? Anyway, you guys are, all I see is laughing emoji. I'm like, great, they're laughing at me. What's new? Spiritually, no worries. I love you guys. You can't wait to have a relationship again, but why? When I'm doing those personal readings, enough people would manifest partners, and you ask them, what for? What do you want to do with your partner? What do you want? And they're like, start a family and buy a home. There's nothing. You want to manifest a whole human being, a soul into your life? You're going to have to do better than that. At least if you want a compatible one that you're going to build. And it's conscious manifesting, guys. A lot of you guys are manifesting partners because you're not putting out clear intentions into the universe. So then all you keep saying is, I just want what I had last time, or we'll do that again. And then you get upset that you have the same karmic experiences. Enjoy your singlehood, okay? Because hopefully when you come out of it, you won't be single for very long. You won't be single for a very long time again. If you do it right? Just enjoy singlehood. It's just be in the present. Enough people don't know what the fuck they want their partner for. That's why they sit there. They don't chat. You ever see it? You see it. You see it at restaurants, sitting there, not saying anything. you go check your friend and they're there with their partner. And it's like, that's how you guys get on. That's awkward. Like, there's nothing. Who wants that? But then on the gram and at all the big events and the birthdays and all that, then it's all, what do you really want a partner for? What are you asking God for? Even money. People want money, and then you go and watch what they blew it on. But they were crying, begging, if I had money, I would do this and I would do this. They did none of those things. They blew it at the fucking mall, at the club, online. Invest in yourself so you can be self-owned. Get your papers back. Don't pay to be a slave longer than we've already been. Like, sex, money, and singles. All right, we're gonna go. All right, we're getting it. I blew my money. Oh, I blew money. Oh, I fucking blew money. I'd go to the fanciest restaurants and get it to go and then smoke blunts by myself and get high and sit and eat that food at my house watching reality shows. Those were the condo days in my early mid 20s. I was probably in my mid 20s then. It was when I stopped with the clubbing. I'd been clubbing for so long that by the time I hit 25, 26, I'm like, this shit's boring and it costs a fortune. Anyways, the Hangman. I had to hang it up. Now if I go out, I go out. Anyway. The Hangman, let's see what that's about. Oh, I see her untying her ankles. Some of you felt like you couldn't move forward or step into something or step away from something. And it was because of perception that you had a limited perspective. And that's why the divine gives us the energy of the Hangman. It's not to be stagnant. It's to give us another perspective so that we can see a way out of feeling stuck. So I always see it's how the reader reads it can also tell about how the reader's mind frame is. When I read it like, oh, this is a stuck energy, because that's the energy I'm in. When I'm breaking out and I have bags like this chick and I'm, trying to get it and feeling relieved, right? But anyways, it feels like a freeing up because a perspective was gained. Some of you guys, the divine is going to put you in a period of boredom. It could be for 2 weeks. It could be for 2 months. It could be for 2 years. There is a period that the divine is going to get you to hold a kana. And it's in order to gain this perspective and free yourself from a limitation that stops you from moving forward and away and forward and up. And I think it's coming in that irritating way because it's been something, it's long. Like I feel like your ankles are red. Like there's wounds around your ankles for how tight that's been and how long that's been there collective. So this is a very freeing, transformative energy just off of the simple fact that you have gone into a different paradigm in your mind. You see things differently. Now all of a sudden you're free. You can, instead of always talking about what you cannot. I can't. I'm hanging upside down. I'm stuck. Oh, I can. I'm not stuck. I get the perspective that I need. I can move forward. It's enlightenment. But like I said, the Hermit is the inward perspective. That's inward enlightenment. It's the same card to me, except for the Hangman is external and the Hermit is internal. Okay. Let's see what else we get from the Hush. Hush, baby, don't talk too much. Just want to feel your touch. Hush, baby, don't bother me. I don't know if that's how the song goes, but do you remember that? That came through. What 111? Why is everybody saying 111? That's manifestation numbers. 111. I like that. Oh, because on where you're at, it's 111. Oh, it's 411 where I'm at. The world, where you're at in the world. I love you guys. 311, 411, 111. 444 lights, West Coast time, 111. I love it. Hashtag Angel Gang Gang. Hashtag we're going to manifest the new worlds in all of like a year and a half to 2 years. We're going to do this. Okay, the divine's now telling me don't. We just put you in a corner and stripped your ego. Don't start getting all. Oh yeah, the divine did that. Oh yeah. Humbled my ass. But it's in a good way. so that I can really not let things like my lack of self-worth get in the way of all my achievements and what it means to me. Fuck what it means to anybody else. You know? Anyways. We're crazy. Yeah, a little bit. We cray. Being humble is important. But the problem is I always saw myself as being a humble person. And sometimes like, no, you could get humbler. And it feels better to be humbler. The ego has weight to it. Think of like think of like a knight back in the day. That metal armor was heavy, right? That's kind of how I see the ego. Yes, it's protective and it's used to protect, but it's heavy and there is a consequence to wearing that. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you. I love you guys so much back. Truthfully. I know I feel more inspired when I connected with you guys a little bit. It's been a lot. I will do the monthlies. The Tower. Sometimes like you'll do what we say. I'm going with the flow. The Tower and the World and the Hangman. Oh, okay. Some of you guys are simply, okay. Some of you guys have gained an internal closure. Some of you guys are getting out of a really stuck energy because there was something that you didn't get any closure from that was keeping you stuck. It was closure from a tower moment. Something occurred that you didn't expect, that you weren't hoping for, that you couldn't understand how this occurred and you couldn't get off of it. I feel like you gained the perspective you needed to from a situation from the past that had you stuck. You gained the new perspective. Now you're free from it. This is successful completion of the past and the destructive nature of it, or the broken outlook of it. There's also, because this is in front of the world, this could be, some of you think something's done and it's not. Some of you think you've heard the last from somebody and you haven't. And I'm talking to people who really think that. Not tell themselves that, like really think that. Because now all of a sudden you're reflecting on because this tower feels like, the way she's looking at it, it feels like something from the past, that her eyes are starting to well up because it's reminding her of something that occurred back in the day that hurt her. But it's in front of her right now. And I just think it's because of the Hangman, the divine putting some of you guys in a position to look at something from the past. It's healing. Being open to healing information, collective. Being open to healing information, even if it questions your reality about a situation, meaning how you looked at it and how you believed it to be for this many years wasn't actually true. And that breaking of that illusion could bring you a lot of healing, collective, but you have to be open to this information coming in to challenge that reality that you're stuck on. The Five of Swords, that reality that you're stuck on. I feel like there's healing information coming in surrounding relationships, dynamics from the past that broke your vision of what you build with people. So a lot of you guys might have been achieving success to prove all these people wrong. Because you were hurt, that they didn't believe in you, that they rejected you, that whatever. So you see how this impacts you even in other areas going forward. It'll take the shine off of your achievements, man, because you're going to be sitting there wondering if all the people that you wanted to rub in their face your successes are watching. That's not the point. That's not why we're out here doing this, right? Anyways, I don't know if any of this is making sense. There's so much information. Now the guy's mowing the lawn. Like, out of all the times, it's like, it's late. Like, it's cold. I don't think it's actually a lawnmower. I think it's like a blower. Anyways. Thank you, Erica. Mashallah Ross. Breaking cycles, an absolute fact. Hey, Corey. Hi, Dana. Oh, my husband was hiding something and I had PTSD. So that energy was coming in the monthlies a lot, about some King of Pentacles energy, having some kind of secret. Then the whole, can you keep a secret came in. Like, there are people, but I was getting it in two ways. There were people who were grounded in a love that they had for other people. So the secret was to the person that they're with, that they have to break to them, I'm not in love with you anymore. That was a message. But for many of you, there was a secret where there was somebody who was actually more, so what I was more tapping into was somebody, Desiree Stevens, thank you. Somebody was this King of Pentacles was actually somebody who was very serious about wanting to invest in you and grow with you, and what they wanted to promise and commit to. And the reason why it was a secret was because of them feeling it was maybe too soon, too much, feeling like questioning their heart's desire. And for some of you, you're going to have people reveal to you in a very, and this could be business, not just romantically, a seriousness about how committed they are to a vision, goal, achievement, relationship, whatever with you. And you're just, I feel like some of you guys are going to be taken back because you're just going to go, oh, wow. Because that's the true power of the King of Pentacles. It's a surety and an ability. The King of Pentacles doesn't only have the resources to be able to commit, so I can promise to offer and support in this way, but it's the idea and understanding and the value, understanding the value of commitment. And commitment is consistency, and consistency is success. Right? So the King of Pentacles knows that. So of course the King of Pentacles is going to commit to his abundance, his or her abundance, his or her partner, his or her children. Why? Because he's going to get the best out of all those areas. Commitment, consistency. Because people get commitment all fucked up, right? I mean, anyways, this is the Six of Pentacles, fantastic. This is coming past a very tough energy that I feel like the collectives were in. A lot of fives. It's 11-3. The date's 11-3. It's 2020, that's a 4. And then 11 plus 1, 1, and 3 is 5. And now we've got the 6. That's overcoming a really painful lesson. That's second by the world. Thank you, Jasmine. That's second by the world. Some of you guys completed a really tough cycle. This could even have been a really tough cycle financially. Like you might have been relocating or making things happening with limited resources, but that's royalty. That's rich people vibes. And that's how you manifest rich people money. It's an energy first. You made shit happen with next to nothing. This is what I see here, collective. You made shit happen with next to nothing. And you felt royal. You did not let poverty consciousness, because what's before the 6 of Pentacles? It's the 5 of Pentacles. That's poverty consciousness. This is what I feel like you superseded, because on top of this is the world. No longer having to rely on somebody financially because you finally got that job, you finally got that raise, no longer having to live in somebody's home. Thank you, Rain, right? Feeling really, you put up a fight and you're reaping the benefits of it. You lived with a royalty. Whether you were living off of fucking 20 grand a year before taxes. Thank you, Khaki Kilos, for thanking everybody who donates, thanking people for their support. Dan, I got all 5s too. Soldier Boy, tell him. Thank you, Jay. May God bless you back tenfold, man. Which would have only been about $1,000, but he'll bless you more than that. No, I'm just joking. The ones that you guys are seeing are all reflective of new beginnings, man. My feed's flooding with the ones, and I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, I've been using Superseed a lot. I don't know where I picked that up. Anyway, probably my mother. She's always throwing these words at me. There's the 5 of Pentacles. This is the energy you're superseding, collective. Congratulations. You put up a good fight. You saw yourself as being more abundant tomorrow than you are today. And that tomorrow eventually comes. Thank you, Anika. Right? Finally comes. So this is what the successful completion is. Look at her. She was all, look at her. This is her. Look at her now. Yeah, her eyes are still a little red. She's still a little shell-shocked from the dark night she was in before, but she knows that she successfully completed something. A lot of you guys have acclimated to your dark nights, meaning when you go into these darker energies or you're getting hit with bouts of depression and things, you don't reject them because that just flares up the depression, because that rejection is what gets you depressed in the first place, not being heard, not being seen. So instead you surrender and you go within and you absorb and you feel, you translate those feelings and you allow yourself to cognitively change your mindset. A lot of the times how we're feeling isn't even a reflection, is a reflection of a negative programming that we have. There's not anything in your reality that's making you feel that way. And it's not good, right? So the divine's going to be triggering in a lot of people these illusions. And if you let your ego make you right, when the divine shows you the truth about illusions, you're going to reject them. There's a need to be okay that you're not right, collective, which is why I'm also feeling vulnerable, because I had to do these readings without having to tell myself I'm right in any kind of way. Like, you don't have to be right. You don't have to be anything but just expressive and communicative and honest. And I'm like, but can't I be right? Can't I be the high priestess? I work so hard. It's like, no. Thank you, forever. Thank you, guys. Yes, next year will be better for all of us. You're doing the work. So the thing with next year is it's a 5-5-5 year, right? I mean, it's a 5 year. Okay. So the thing about next year is that it's going to heavily rely on the alignment that went down this year. There's going to be so much fucking change. That's why the divine and God shut the entire world down so everybody can go into their bumbaclat homes and align themselves and structure themselves for what? Not this year, next year, and the transformative years ahead of us that are to come. Thank you, Divine Priestess. I appreciate you. It's about alignment. So this is people awaken going, this is why we did this. This is why we moved. This is why we moved here, did this, put resources there, acquired this, shed that. It's for what's to come. The Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. This speaks to me about the truth about what success is to you. Some of you guys are going to come out of Scorpio season transformed because of this inner awareness. You are going to manifest way more abundance, success, and recognition after you going within, because some of you guys realize something you worked really hard for didn't work out. And you're going, why didn't it work out? I put in all my efforts. But did you really want it though? Was it all your efforts? What were you really trying to get? There's this awareness of where people were putting their efforts. And it was their ego making them feel like they were sad about relationships and jobs being torn down or being fired and shit. And they weren't. Because if they went within, they would see they didn't want them, which is why the divine tore the shit down and got you fired in the first place. I'm still working through the energies. Okay. All right. Yeah. The High Priestess. I'm trying to love myself. I am. I got rocked. I got fucking rocked, collective. Okay. There was no monthly readings. Okay. The divine had me in this fucking corner right here. All right. Going within. Like, it was intense. Okay. Let's use another deck of cards. What are you guys saying? We've been on for what? An hour? Whatever. I like I have the monthlies anyways. Let's just keep rolling. You guys are rolling literally in the comments laughing at me, but I feel like there's a delay because I don't feel like I'm saying anything funny. And now I'm trying to remember what I said. What do you suggest to clear your mind? Nature is the easiest way. No headphones. limited people and try to ground yourself in nature. That background noise that nature gives you, that natural hum of the ecosystem when you're out in nature is very grounding. It will make you feel small enough, right? When you're out in nature, you feel small. But there's a beauty to that smallness, like you're a part of something bigger than you that can just hold you in, right? It takes the pressure off. You get to just be small. You just get to be a part of the earth, you know, for a minute, and then you leave there and you go back into the world and you got to be all these things, right? But when you go into nature, you just get to be for a little bit. Thank you, Laureen. That's how I end frankincense. That helps me. I'll just sit here and burn this shit and have it just smoke out whatever fucking toxic thoughts I have in my mind. And then I'm like, oh, let's go cook a meal. Nature is, I don't know. Would you hold back this information from narcissists? I don't, unless we're talking about the narcissistic in us, like I don't want to talk about the narcissist anymore. Like ask me about my narcissistic qualities. Talk to me about your narcissistic qualities. I don't want to hear about some partner's narcissistic, your mother's narcissistic. Like, I don't want to hear about that no more. That's narcissistic. Okay. A lot of the people, and then some of the people that you guys call narcissistic are fucking sociopathic or demonic. That's a different label. Anyway, I'm tired. Maybe we should wrap up soon. Okay. 8 of Swords. That strike a light. To me, that lightning. These are the awarenesses that you guys came. Some of you guys felt like you had a lot coming at you. You felt trapped because of the pressure that you had. Some of you might have felt like you had a lot of people trying to force you to say something, do something. Oh, well, because it's the 8 of Swords, this would have been the illusion. So somebody might have been trapped in a pattern of behavior because they were under the impression or they were under the illusion, that people force them, I have to do this or this will happen. Somebody might have been like low-key schizophrenic in the sense of like they were under the illusion that if they didn't do something, somebody would actually physically hurt them. Like this is the energy of like somebody's trying to kill me, but nobody is. Why? Because it's the 8 of Swords. This is trapped in an illusion in your mind. Somebody's PTSD could be translating into extreme paranoia where they don't want to leave their house. And if they do, they get into altercations. For one of you, your friend or somebody around you keeps making excuses for why they don't want to go out. But the way they do it, they finesse you. So you think everything's okay with them and they're not okay. So it's probably best that you maybe like go check up on them or because they're finessing you. One of your friends they're trying to do this on their own. And I don't feel like that's the greatest thing. I feel like somebody needs to trust their intuition in addressing somebody who isn't okay, who's pretending to be okay. 1111. Thank you, Renee Royalty. I appreciate you. I love you back, right? Somebody's pretending. And some of you, your intuition is telling you to reach out to somebody, but you're like, well, I shouldn't. They told me they're okay. I feel that battle in some of you. You don't know if you want to reach out. Somebody keeps telling you, oh, I'm good. Or maybe somebody looks good on social media, but your intuition is telling you something isn't good. And you want to find out or be there. I'm not sure. For some of you, something could occur. I feel like there's going to be a bunch of people that reconcile with family and friends because of a certain tower moment or crisis that occurs. People are going to be immigrating at very fast speeds, scrambling, trying to find where they want to live. People are going to start caring about where they want to live. Yeah, that frankincense video, I don't know what the hell I was saying. I'm like, if it makes you shit and piss, don't cry to me. What am I even telling these people? That's why you really just have to channel in the divine, because the divine was the one that told me to channel. I'm like, no, I don't want to go on the YouTube. They're like, it's cool, relax. I'm like, I didn't want to do it. The divine's like, it's okay. So here I am. All right. Light of love healer. Hello. I'm using the Santa Muerte. Santa Muerte. I love this deck. It's amazing. The art's out of control. Like the art is just phenomenal and the quality of the card is really good. This is like my favorite card in the deck. Shout out to my Virgos. Do you remember that Virgo reading back in summer where the dragonfly literally like came into my hand? Yeah, this is for you. You guys should go check that reading. But look, anyways, the dragonfly and that cup in the pouring rain. What a beautiful card. Love it. But yeah, some of you guys are trapped about, let's see what this is about. Somebody wants to do something. So like the divine is prompting somebody to take an act of self-love towards themselves, but they're trapped in their mind as to all the reasons why they can't do it, why they can't love themselves enough to let go of something toxic or to embrace something really good for them. That's what I got from that. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Embrace something really good for them. Somebody has visions of them being a lot more abundant or successful, but is trapped in their mind, maybe because they didn't grow up exposed to that level of success. So this just feels like a fantasy. It doesn't feel like something practical. When the divine's trying to say, if you love yourself enough, you'll cut this illusion and actually see how practical this really is. And what you were seeing weren't fantasies. They were visions of your future and the potential of it if you make certain decisions and investments. I don't know why my energy keeps doing that. My light and shadow energy is also balancing out in a really serious way. The Knight of Swords, the Moon, which are the illusions, and the 4 of Cups. This is the energy of you guys realizing you weren't right, but it's okay. These were the illusions. If you allowed yourself not to be right, you would see things clearly and not ignore the truth about something. Thank you for your donations, guys. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys send me a lot of love. I felt you guys in the ethers. Love yourself. Of course you can do it. Like you guys are just like, like it's okay. And I'm there crying and I'm like, you guys were just in the ethers like, boo, like, let's go. I love you guys. And that's what I offer to you guys when you are down, but you guys also offer that to me when I'm in the ethers crying, punching a tree, moping around. Yeah. You guys do not let me wallow in self-pity, and I love and appreciate you guys for it. But you guys give me the love and support I need at the same time. It's just amazing to be able to, I feel very blessed to be able to have a platform of people, like-minded and hearted people. It's a gift. I know that. And I have to appreciate that more. Anyway, the King of Swords. I love the King and Queen of Swords in this deck. But yeah, that's the King of Swords. This is when you cut out the illusion, swallowing a really tough truth. Someone is also about to draw up the truth and offer it to you to clear an illusion. Some of you guys are under an illusion, and it's only because somebody didn't communicate the truth, which they are coming in to do. The problem is you're going to be challenged with you thinking you already know the truth, but you don't. So there's a shift that's going to occur, and you know it because you're like, well, if I believe you, then that's the reality. And then that would mean I don't feel this way, and that would mean this would change this, and da-da-da-da-da. But some of you guys are very rooted in the illusion. Some of you guys didn't have closure in a situation, so you came up to your own conclusions and made decisions about why things had occurred the way they did, or why things were the way they were, and they're not true. And you're now going to get the truth, and some of you are going to go, no, I already know the truth. And it's been like that. But this is what I'm saying. Your ego has a need to hold on to the truth because it's a tough pill to swallow that you've been living under a lie or an assumption for 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Now somebody comes, draws out this giant truth and this entire illusion, you're being shattered. It's like she's staring there in the water and somebody just throws a giant rock into the pond in front of her. It's like, we're done with that. She's like, where did I go? Like, it's like you're done. Like that water is going to take another half hour to settle. You ain't going to see a clear version of yourself for a while. Let's move on. Like, it's like somebody is going to have to understand that they don't have the truth about a situation. And because of the tower, it looks about something that occurred in the past. I see some of you being like, don't play me. Don't ignore the healing. I keep hearing healing energy. I think it's coming from this deck. So I'm going to wrap, and I'm going to wrap with this Kyle Gray deck. All right. Thank you guys for stopping by on the live. I wasn't sure. It's like a middle of the week, a weekday. Kind of early too, but almost 1,000 of you guys in the room. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys listen to me rant and rave about God knows what, right? I'll get my energy back up. I'm just tired and it's like the period to come and then the new energy comes in. Thank you, Mildred. 971 in the room. Somebody should look up that angel number, 971 or 179. Thank you, Living Dead Girl. Yes, I'll stay hydrated. Divine Empress, Queen of Swordsy. Thank you again, Jessica. I've been exhausted too, but it's a good exhaustion. It's like a rejuvenative. It feels good, but I didn't expect anything less out of Scorpio season, considering what Libra season did to the collective that I at least read for. The rocking of the reality, the humbling, the better understanding, the deeper sort of truth, like that stone that lives in the pit of us. We've been pulling out that sword of truth out of that stone for a long time, And when you get those awarenesses and that truth, more and more of that truth, it rocks your reality. It is what it is. The illusion that you live by, you can't anymore, and it causes a death and then a transformation, a process that occurs of it. I'll be really honest, guys. I keep getting the messages from, do you guys remember that downloads of a light worker that I did about the burials? There's something fucked up with the ecosystem surrounding us not being buried properly. And then I was watching a whole documentary it was on Netflix. It was about this group of people that were digging up parts of Egypt, of like the Egyptologists or whatever. And they discovered like this whole amazing thing and found tragedies and whatever. It was a really good documentary, but there were certain things like the Egyptian times, anyways, the whole burying thing. Because in Egyptian times, it was seen as something of like you being poor or you being not of like a high ranking if you were not buried in a proper tomb with a proper coffin. Like they were saying, oh, this person was just buried in a normal wooden box. That's not, like talking like that. But I was channeling that we aren't even supposed to be buried anything. We're supposed to be given back to the earth. There's a reason the earth needs our matter when we're done with it. There's something scientific, ecological, like we have to go back into the earth properly. We're supposed to be absorbed. There's something to do with that. I've been getting it again. I haven't gotten that download in like a year and a half, 2 years since I shared it with you guys, but it was coming back in heavy about not being buried like that anymore. And it was the Egyptians that started that shit. And there was a lot that we were doing in those times. It was like how we were dealing with our royalty, which is why we were cursed with many things. It was because of what we were doing. We created slavery, straight up, right? And instead of giving our riches to the people who built our tombs, slaves, we put all of our riches in those tombs and hope that we would just reincarnate with them forever. And there were people who suffered and starved on account of that money that were tucked away in those tombs and things like that. People were beaten and lashed to build a lot of those things that you see up on there. Hands bleeding, all type of shit, right? Who do you think built the pyramids? Us. Anyway. direction. Choose your path. Like, okay, John, I hear you. Anyway, choose your path. We talk about this all the time, right? Where fate meets free will. You make decisions about the paths, and then you go through the destined and fated events, people, everything that is a part of and associated with that path. And then you make decisions from there with your own free will. I see some of you guys at almost a fork in the road, needing to trust your heart to lead you down a path, but then also surrender to whatever comes on that path, meaning you're not hitting a roadblock on a path that you picked and now blaming yourself and saying, I should have never picked this path and da-da-da-da-da-da. Whatever path you pick has obstacles. Whatever path you pick has trials, tribulations, darkness. It's the yin and the yang. It's part of the experience of God, and all paths represent God, as do all of us. So it's just, you pick your path. Some of you have a path in front of you. Could be to do with a person. It could be to do logistically, like where to live, where to move. I don't know why I'm getting Europe, Africa, and America. I got Europe, Africa, and America. I don't even know. I don't even think those things are associated other than the bird of America. No, in the line with Africa. Cattle in Europe. No, just... shift your perspective, perception. The seer, which is Sagittarius season. Sagittarius season is going to be good. We're going to leave the year strong, collective. You're going to understand what this year was for. You're going to understand. I believe Sagittarius season is all going to be about people looking at themselves going, am I in alignment? Am I where I need to be? Oh my God, this occurred and it's out of all of our controls. Where am I right now? Do I have what I need? It's going to be about really taking an inventory check, right? In preparation of going into the 5-year, 2021. Right? It's the seer. I love that Sagittarius energy. See beyond the current situation. See beyond what's in front of you now. Feel the divine telling you where to go and what to do to be in alignment, right? See beyond where you are currently, how things are currently. Because I feel like you're having to make plans in preparation for things that are beyond your current situation. It's like long-term planning, long-term investments. Okay, are we done here? Air guardian, ship your perspective. Yeah, we did that one already. The stargazer, set your sights higher. Again, about this see beyond your current situation. There's this shift in perspective that's occurring, right? It goes back to what we were originally talking about, collective, about success, self-worth, shift in perspective about why we do things, for what and for who. Enough of the times people are putting all this work in to prove to people that they are worth something. That's not a reason to achieve shit. You want to prove yourself right. You want to achieve for you because you know you can gain success by living out your authentic self, your gifts, your talents, and your abilities. Proving people right, using your whole life, your resources to prove, like it's something that there is, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. And autumn, release the old and rest. This is where we're at. If you're tired, it's because you're releasing the old. All right. And you're working hard to manifest the new. It's a lot internally. And this is in preparation for the 2021 year because 5s represent challenges, competition, but change. Change. Challenge, conflict, and change, and competition, but the change part. It's all going to be reflected externally to you, but it's not going to rock you. Why? Because it'll be a reflection of everything you did internally. So you won't feel like in the past when you would go through 5 years, they would rock you and you'd be like, oh, what happened? And you feel like it happened to you, like you were just a product of change. You felt powerless. And then life was just like that now, where because you're awakened collective, I see you being completely aware of the change that's occurring in your life, because it's all a reflection of the internal work you did within yourself to transform yourself from being a zombie, a robot, and dead inside to being alive and a reflection of your creator and exactly what the creator put you down here to be. And then do and create. Okay? All right, guys, that is the live. That's the spread. We bust out a couple of decks. I'm feeling inspired now. So I'm going to do the monthlies. I'm going to do it. Like, I was breaking out, like I was crying, like I was going through a lot, but it was good. It was good. And doing a lot of work with this, just really manifesting the frankincense in a proper way, yo. Like, I want you guys to be proud. Like, I want you guys to be not just proud of me and this platform being part of it, but proud of when you purchase it. It's like, no, I've got something that you can, I want you to have that transparency. I know a lot of you guys are very intellectual people. You research, you study, you know things. I'm not super scholarly. A lot of you guys are, so you guys would like more information. And I know the frankincense video I did wasn't cutting it. And I appreciate the love and the likes even still, but I just know it wasn't what you were looking for. So I'm going to do interviews with these people. We're going to ask them, and we're going to do it Angel Gang style. Like, we're going to do it just transparent, wholeheartedly questions, okay, about these people, the harvesters, the village, the ancient culture, the trading, right? Some of the issues, but some of the beautiful things. Like, I want to know traditionally how they use it there. I learned a lot about, another thing. So the sustainable frankincense that I am getting, that is a lot higher in quality, all of it I can guarantee is being edible. All of it. And I've got 4 different species, not including myrrh, coming in. Angel. Gang. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. Anyways, the reading's done, guys. Edible. You can chew all of them. I've got frankincense honey coming as well, which is definitely a luxury item. You put a small amount in your tea. It's got a trace boswellic acid. It's very high quality. It's vegan. It's amazing. All right. I laugh with you guys too. I love you guys too. Yes, I am doing that shit. I'm very proud of myself. I feel like I was karmically tested, and I said, no, I believe, I have faith, and that we can do it this the right way, the way we say and we preach over here, right? Consumer consciousness. And I know some of you guys asked me about the Adidas. Can I just be conscious with the frankincense, right? Like, one at a time, I don't know. But what I do know is I am going to reach out when I do go over to Africa. I am going to reach out to Adidas, and I do expect them to give me gloves. I want masks. I want T-shirts. I want pants. Like, I will expect them to. I want my money back. Don't worry, guys. Adidas will give me my shit back. Okay. Absolutely. Yes, edible oil. Okay. Adidas. No. I'm gonna have Somaliland bumping Adidas. I'm not fucking playing. Okay, they're gonna be for the cause. I've been fucking bumping their clothes in these videos for how long? They can't give me a couple grand of clothes to bring to Africa when I go around there. Stop this. Anyways, they can sponsor. Let them sponsor. Exactly. Sponsorship. That's what it's called, right? Exactly. At Adidas. Tell them we demand it. Fair trade or no trade. I don't do Nike. That's not a good price point. I'm not paying $300 for a tracksuit, man. I'm just not doing it. You know what I mean? It's not even that deep roots quality cotton wool that you need to stay warm. Like, no. Adidas is a good price point. I like their styles. You know, it doesn't blow the bank, but at least you have. Thank you, Kiri. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. That's why I do it, because I know you guys care about that. I know you'd be proud. You guys are going to be like, yeah, straight up, right? Yeah. Trust me. So when the frankincense does launch, it's just the quality. I got the samples. It's beautiful. And the people I'm working with are so excited to just give information, and even to have me bring a team and go down there to actually check out the farms. I can go check to Oman to check out the bee farms to see how the honey is made. Frankincense honey. They use the frankincense to make the honey. It's amazing. And it's vegan because they're treated like royalty, these bees, and then going to Somaliland, to see the trees, right? And build a relationship with these people, right? So now you're buying a product and you can actually go see how that product positively impacts the village that is so gracious to even let us have this. I love you guys too. I'm tired now. I've given you me. It's enough now. Okay. I need to go eat some. I have leftover chicken and rice. I'm going to go and do that. And Fiji water. Fiji water, I drink it because it's one of the few waters that's bottled at source. And it's an untampered source. Where Evian, they create sources. Like Fiji is the source. They bottle the shit up. Mind you, like I just need spring river water. That's all. That's why I do the Fiji. I'm not a supporter of Fiji. I just need that high pH. Okay. And I need that bottled at source. See that? I need that. Okay. It's that alkaline water. I don't like the reverse osmosis, that Dasani shit. You strip the water down so badly that you need to add nutrients to it and minerals to it. Artificial minerals is just like, I'd rather just have clean water. I'm sorry. If we have all the luxuries in the world, we should be able to get clean water. But anyways, that's a whole other thing. Those taste like ass. No, Evian tastes like ass. Dasani is really good. Dasani I can't do. Evian I can't do. Fiji's as good as I can get. No, there's some other like private water. I like Flow water in the box. That one isn't bad. I don't know. There's a couple other ones when you go to like the health food store. I'm done with the reading, guys. I'm just chatting with you guys a little bit. I pulled cards. You guys can reverse back if you want. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Iffy on spring water. Well, I don't know how else you get the minerals that you need that your body can't create or gain from any other food other than water. There are essential minerals that you only get from water. Oh, I eat. I don't like how you guys get like concerned with me. Like I'm not Auschwitz skinny. Like I've got like I'm okay. Like I eat like. The best water up in the pH. Dasani is trash. Dasani is super. It's poison. It is poison. Anisha Daniel, don't play with me. I ain't been thick since fucking 2012. Aquafina is disgusting. I'm convinced it's not even water. And it's always warm. Even when it comes out of the fridge, it's always warm. There's something gross about it. It's good too. Fiji is pretty good one. Hi from Texas. Shout out Texas. Dutty what? Cheyenne. Aquafina is Dutty water. Filtered toilet water. Now you guys are wilding. Personal readings, not yet, guys. Let me get the frankincense. Let that, it takes a lot of energy. And honestly, forget even the frankincense. Those personal readings actually stop you from having to look within. Like I was doing it like a 9-to-5 job, from 2 to 8, sometimes 9. And it was like, and then I'd be done and I'd be like, okay, I did work. It was like, you didn't do any self-work, bitch. Like, it's like, so to say the least, the divine told me to come off of that, not just for the frankincense, but to really look within and be like, okay, half of what we were channeling to you through people is for you. So go and reflect on that. That's why we cut your reading in half? Oh, shit. I try, man. They got to kill me. If you want to take my light, you got to kill me straight up. Like it's Like I'm out here. I'm a child of God. Like I'm doing what I can. Like, hey, Krista, Sky Rain, Olar. What up, Q? The Taurus full moon, I mean, it was good, but these two full moons in between them both was absolutely transformative from day to day. Like the divine's like, there is no monthly readings right now. There is no, and if you are going to be on the Patreon, you need to be talking about what the fuck we're talking about. Like it was so intense, and it was forcing alignment. It was forcing a shedding. There are certain things coming towards me that if my ego wasn't shed, I would have rejected, blown, destroyed for myself. Like, I don't want that. I've worked too hard to get where I'm at to not be able to move forward because of my fucking ego, or not enjoy where I have gotten because I care more about, you know, proving people wrong. Take a personal leave from my job. Yeah. Like it's that's the kind of climate we're in right now. Okay. It's going to be a personal leave. It's going to be a hard personal leave. Okay. My ear's been ringing. My third eye is warm and tingly. My crown is doing what it does. My heart chakra is thumping and twittering. Like I have heart palpitations, but I don't because I quit the coffee. Transformative time, guys. Buckle up. Buckle up, guys. It's going to be a ride. And to all the people that are in America, please know that the rest of the gang abroad, we have you in your prayers, our prayers. You know, it's a very transformative time. America's going through karma, you know, and the people, they're just, it's a lot. It's a lot. The transformation that I feel occurring for America is like, because we haven't seen the transformation. This is the bubbling up. It's like you're popping, the universe is popping America, but it's getting it from the root first. So all we're seeing is we're just seeing the zit fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, and it hasn't popped yet. I know it's gross, but so is the state of a lot of what's going on over there, right? And the divine is squeezing it out from the root. It's coming out like, America's coming out like a zit right now. I know it's gross, but it is. It is what it is. It's about to get popped, but I don't think you guys realize it hasn't popped yet. Because then once you pop it, you gotta get it a little more. Shit. South Africa in the building. What up? Yes, we did pray. Of course, Scarborough, Of course, Scarborough people are always going, East side, like a pimple. Yeah, I'm silly. I'm so silly. I love you guys, though. How are you guys doing? I'm going to do the monthlies because I hear a lot about how you guys, I get a lot of updates from the comments. Like when I read and go through the comments, I can feel you guys. I get to feel what else is happening in the collective and stuff too. And Tyrone, yeah, I'm cracking myself up. Yeah. I don't know what I think is gross. Are you in America? Okay. You think me talking about zits is gross and you living in America? Oh man, you better come off of here. You're going to be busy making some plans for yourself. Logistical plans. Anyway. Those were the days. And we're going to close here, folks. I knew you guys would give me enough energy. I appreciate you guys. Yes, you guys are like, we'll give you this energy to go pimp me out on the monthlies. So I'm going to go hold Kana and get monthlies out. I should have them in a couple of days. I just don't like doing them all on the same day. I like getting a different energy for at least the different elements. So you might get them late, but I'll still do them because I don't know. And then when the pack comes in, when the new pack comes in, I'm going to show you guys. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm going to cry when it comes in. I appreciate, no joke, I appreciate all the loving energy you guys send me, and I send it to you guys back. And like I said, Angel Gang abroad, for our brothers and sisters in America, we pray for you at this time. Say you are leading the transformation. And why I believe that is because you've ascended yourself to align to this new world. All right? Anyways, I love you guys, okay? I'll avoid America like the plague, all right? But I love you guys. I know most of you guys are in America, but I don't have a desire to go there. Part of it's just like, oh, shit. I feel like America wants to trap me. I feel like if I go there, they're going to try to trap me, like make me an American. Like, I'm not an American. Anyways, now I'm talking shit, okay? I love you guys. Mwah! Have a good evening. Until next time I see you, keep letting your inner angels live. All right? Ciao.